I'm Paulette from Tulip Square, and this week I'm going to show you how to make a block called Flock of Geese. And this is kind of a cool block because it's just an 8-inch block, but it's made up entirely of half square triangles. So there's nothing else to learn how to do, just half square triangles. And it's easy to do, it's quick. You sew a bunch of things together and cut them in half and your block is done. And it looks really pretty, and I show you at the end of the video that it's a very pretty block when you put 4 of them together. There's a couple of different options on how you can do that, and you can see that as I finish it. So let's head over to the sewing machine and get busy on this one. Okay, to make the Flock of Geese block, what we're going to make is a whole bunch of half square triangles. So you've got large squares in 2 colors, and small squares in 2 colors and large squares in 2 colors. So what you're going to do is pair them up, large and small. And I'll show you just on one pair of small ones, but we're going to do the same with all of them. You're going to pair them up nicely. You're going to draw a diagonal line very carefully on the back of each one. And I'll show you how you do that. Well, you can probably figure out how to do it, but I'm going to show you anyway. Nice, correct point-to-point line. And then you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam on each side of that line. So you're going to end up with 2 seams, one on each side, 1/4 inch away, and do that on all of these squares, big and small. Okay, now once you've got all of your stitching on both sides of those lines, you cut on the line you drew. So you're going to end up with 2 pieces like this, and then you're going to get them open. You're going to press them open and press towards the dark side. So you're going to have pieces like this, all pressed towards the dark side, and you do the same with the larger pieces. Press towards the dark side. Cut them on the line you drew, cut them in half, and press towards the dark side. Now if you're only making one of these blocks, you're going to make 4 of these blocks like this, which will give you 8 of these little half square triangle blocks. And you're only going to make 1 of these big ones, which will, when you cut it apart, will give you 2 of the big ones. I'm going to make the set of 4 of these blocks so I can show you what they look like when you put a couple of them together. Now once you've got your blocks all done, whether you're making 1 block or 4 blocks or however many blocks, you're going to sew these little ones together in pairs like this. Just upper corner, upper right corner is a purple triangle or a dark triangle, and bottom lower is white. So you're going to just sew them together in pairs. Now you'll have 4 pieces like this, and you're just going to sew them together in pairs like this. You're going to have 2 little blocks made up of 4 triangle sets like that. Okay, so now you've got 2 of these blocks like this with the 4 little triangles, and you've got 2 of the big ones. So you're going to sew one right here with the big purple next to the white sides like that, so all of the angles are going this way. So you're going to sew 1 pair like that, and then you're going to sew the other pair with the white edge of the triangle, the large one, next to the purple edges, like so. But so all of the angles are still going this way. So don't sew it this way, even though it's still white to purple like you need. These are going the wrong direction. And don't sew it to this side, because then this line is going the wrong direction. So they all have to slant from lower right to upper left. Now you've got your 2 blocks like this, and all you have to do is swing this one around and sew the 2 together. 1/4 inch seam here. Make sure you line up your points and your corners nicely. And there it is. That's kind of a cute little block, isn't it? It's made entirely out of half square triangles. Now this block by itself is about, I think it's 8 inches. Yeah, this block by itself is 8 inches. Now I'm going to make a couple more of these and show you what they look like if you put 4 of them together to make a great big block, a big 16-inch block. It's very pretty. Okay, so once you've made 1 of these blocks, you might want to try making more than 1, and I'm going to show you what you can do with 4 of them. You take the 4 and you would just put them all in the same direction, like all this way. And they've all got, make sure we get this all in here. Let's see, we get this right. Okay. And they're all like this. You just got a nice geometric design. It's very pretty. Kind of neat. But if you take and point all of those small purple triangles to the center, look what a cool block you get here. You get this great big block. That's a big diamond in the middle and a small diamond with just kind of more little diamonds coming out. It's very pretty, isn't it? And you can also put all of the white triangles in the middle, and you get another neat effect. It's more squarish. You can also put these guys in the middle, the big squares, and have a whole thing like that. So there's a lot of different possibilities. I personally kind of like the small purple triangles to the center. So that's how I'm going to put these together. Now once you put 4 of these together, you're going to have a great big impressive 16-inch square, a 16-inch block, which is kind of neat. So anyway, that is that block, and I hope you enjoyed it, and whether you make 1 or you make 4, it's a cool block. So now you know how to make the flock of geese block. It's kind of a pretty block, isn't it? And it's also interesting if you would put it this way. It'd be pretty in your, quilt or something. It also is cute in a table runner with 3 or 4. And as I just showed you, it also looks pretty when you put 4 of them together and make a great big block. So if you'd like to download the PDF that gives you the sizes and dimensions and quantities, it's in a link right up here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And hit the bell if you want to be notified every week when we put up a new video, which we put up every Saturday morning. So happy sewing, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.